Good afternoon from Jim Bradford at Ibrox, where Rangers have the chance to temporarily return to the top of the table ahead of Celtic's match tomorrow. They embark on their final 10 games of the SPL season, having suffered a sizable dent in their title aspirations when Inverness won here at the start of the month. Another failure at home could have huge ramifications. Rangers' first choice centre-half partnership's missing today. David Weir suspended and Magic Bagheera is injured, meaning the Gers go with Christian Daly and Lee McCulloch at the back, with Kurt Broadfoot missing as well, of course. Beasley and Lafferty are also recalled to the starting lineup that faced Celtic at Hampden last week, with Kenny Miller dropping to the bench. A hamstring injury for Andy Driver seen him sidelined for Hearts, and David Chesnauskas starts just the third game this season, with David Abua moving to the left flank. Marius Seleucus returns to centre-half after serving another suspension. Janos Balok is banned after his sending off at the Edinburgh Derby, so Jamie McDonald is in goal. Hasn't been a happy March so far for Rangers, with their defeat to Celtic in the Co-op Cup final last week, their defeat to Inverness, possibly even more heartfelt the last time they were in league action here. What will they be able to conjure up today? Early touch for David Abua, who's started on the left-hand side of the midfield. Whittaker deputising for Broadfoot at right back. And McGregor launches it long towards Chris Boyd. Palazuelos. Nade. And Whittaker able to shepherd it out of play for a Rangers throw. First touch for Daly. Hamilton's ball back inside gave Beasley little chance really. Karapetis will turn and guided back for Jamie McDonald, making a rare start today. Palazuelos with a header, which is picked off by Davis. Now McCulloch for Whittaker. Nice touch by Lafferty, and Davis tries to play him in. Kyle Lafferty, who's scored 7 goals, and this is his first Rangers season after the big money move from Burnley. More often than not, he's been used as a substitute. Nade. Abua had wanted the ball to be played much earlier than that. He'd got himself into an offside position by the time it was eventually released by Christian Nade. He's been scoring goals that has been the problem for Hearts. Defensively, they've been very sound since Csaba Laszlo took over. It's been a much better season than that they endured last year. Finished 8th then, currently in 3rd, and a victory here might just give them a little bit of heart that they could end up catching Rangers in 2nd. In fact, they only need 4 points in the next 4 games to guarantee a top 6 finish. Forward from McGregor. So Lucas climbing above Chris Boyd. Chesnauskas back for Nielsen. And Nade's offside. He's only scored 2 goals in the SPL so far this season, Christian Nade, netting against Hamilton and Aberdeen. Therein lies the problem for Hearts, really. Lack of genuine cutting edge up front. The season would have been even better had they got a striker who's capable of getting 15, 18 goals this season. They might genuinely be challenging the top two. Here's Boyd. Driven straight into Palazuelos. Lee Wallace with the throw. Opening 5 minutes little pass without either goalkeeper being worked as yet. Here's Papage. Pedro Mendes, who was absent from the game against Inverness, of course, and Rangers really missed his creative influence in the midfield. It's a handball by Lafferty as Boyd knocked it at him from close range. Smith has been speaking of the need to have a strong mentality in the face of criticism which has come from some sections of the Rangers support over the last 2 or 3 weeks or so. Here's Lafferty. Davis. Now Stephen Whittaker on the overlap. Ball in past Palazuelos. Stewart back for Wallace. Deep football at close quarters from Hart, but Stewart's touch has given it away. Away by Zaliukas. And that a clear handball. Beasley has 6 to aim at inside the penalty area. What Rangers would give for the fillip of an early goal. It's a good header away by Palazuelos. Just ghosted round the back of Chris Boyd to make sure that he could clear. Pedro Mendes, as he has a want to do, just stealing a yard or so. That ball not in the corner quadrant. And it comes from Mendes. Again, it was close to Boyd. Hook clear by Stewart. Back from Beasley. Hart's able to win the second ball and clear their lines. Davis doing well to get Rangers going again, feeding Pedro Mendes. Lovely shape on the ball in towards Boyd. Good header from Karapidis. Whittaker with the effort. No problems for Jamie McDonald to make a save from a shot that may well have been going wide. A misplaced pass from Abua, and an opportunity for Lafferty. 1-0 Rangers, all from a defensive error. David Abua was the player who presented the ball straight to the midfield, and Kyle Lafferty, not looking a gift horse in the mouth, has given Rangers the lead. Not too much that Jamie McDonald could do. But it was all about the loose pass in the midfield. McDonald bowling it out. Abua just turning it back inside. Don't know who he was aiming for, but it was picked up by Beasley. And Lafferty was there to finish. Just the start that Rangers needed. And if the self-confidence is fragile in any way, the goal inside the opening 8-9 minutes is the perfect foundation for them. Scored by Kyle Lafferty. Ball put out of play by Daly. Robbie Nielsen with the long throw, which is headed away by Ferguson. So Lucas claiming that's a Hearts ball. He's got the decision as well. Intelligent throw from Nielsen. Well defended by Papac. Well, Rangers have only conceded 3 goals in the last 8 games in the SPL. You consider the Hearts' goal-scoring record, particularly away from home, is so poor. It just shows how important that mistake by David Boer could turn out to be. This is Wallace. Palazuelos. Nielsen. Nade. Jesnauskas was well onside as he received the ball. Didn't do anything with it, shown inside by Papac. Here's Nielsen. Nade. And the offside flag is up as Stewart receives the ball. Well, David Abua has been playing in the heart of the midfield. Moved out to the left-hand side today, and it was his error. The ball square across the face of his own penalty area, which led to the problems. And a good finish as well by Kyle Lafferty, but that mistake by Abua could be so significant in a game that always promised to be low scoring. Boyd. Lovely cushioned header to find Lafferty. Beasley behind him is doing his best to offer support. Lafferty ended up using him as the decoy. Turns it neatly in for Davis. A little flick. Too far wide for Whittaker. Well, Rangers' 2 players from the right flank did well to take up attacking positions here. Davis moving from the right-hand side of midfield into the left-hand edge of the penalty area, and then Whittaker coming from right back to meet that with a deft flick on the edge of the 6-yard box, but unable to hit the target. Wallace. Mendes winning the throw from David Abua. McDonald. Daly beating Nade. Go back to May 2004, the last time that Hearts won here. It was Joe Hamill who was the hero that day. They haven't won here in 9 attempts since. Shot themselves in the foot so far this afternoon. Everything to play for in terms of the European positions, of course. Hearts with a decent advantage over Aberdeen and Dundee United, 5 points clear in third at the start of play. Here's Beasley, and he's done well to work the angle to Marcus Beasley. McDonald coming out, he knew that the chip was the best option, but just failed in its execution. Good work by Lafferty. Injection of pace from Beasley. Took into a wide angle. Aimed for the top left-hand corner, but couldn't find it. Stewart. McCulloch. Ferguson. Stewart snapping at his heels. He saw him coming and had the strength to withstand the challenge. Now Beasley for Papac. Zaliukas. Still allowed Beasley to get the shot in. Zaliukas blocking it and putting it out of play for a throw. bounced in by Barry Ferguson. There was a bit of pulling going on from Lafferty. Daly's header finding Beasley. And DeMarcus Beasley put on the deck by Robbie Neilson. Lafferty, Ferguson, Papach. Good movement from Mendes, lovely vision to find Ferguson. He just drilled it, hopefully inside the penalty area. It was behind Chris Boyd, ahead of Lafferty, but it was all about the inspiration of Pedro Mendes again. Certainly more invention from Rangers in the opening 15-16 minutes than they showed in the entire 90 against Inverness Cali in their last home league game. They have put 5 past Hamilton since, of course, in the Cup, which is in the quarter-final with St Mirren next month. Double very much on despite the frustrations of last weekend at Hampden. That should have been a throw, 2 Hearts. It's gone the other way. Whittaker taking it for Davis, sorry. And that clearly is a Rangers throw this time. Whittaker. By Zaliukas. Second time as well. 4 from Palazuelos. The Daly nor McCulloch have been tested yet. This makeshift centre-half partnership fielded by Watersmith today. Boyd, not for the first time, doing really well to win a flick on. Easily went down very easily. Complaining about the angle of the flick from Chris Boyd. Stewart. Bua, who started off on the left, has swapped flanks to move out to the right now, with Chesnauskas going the other way. The Ugandan international, whose mistake gifted Rangers the opening goal of this contest. Chesnauskas put under real pressure by Whittaker. It was magnificent defending going forward from Stephen Whittaker. Stewart does well to deal with McDonald's spinning clearance. Chesnauskas does less well. And Rangers' pressure on the ball is telling. Wallace. Nice take by Nade. Aguiar. We've seen very little of it so far. Abua. Wallace. Taking on Davis. Now Chesnauskas. It's easy for Alan McGregor. The first ball inside the penalty area he's had to deal with so far. Rangers looking to break quickly with Davis working it down the line. Zaliukas got enough on it to get it back for McDonald. And play stops with Zaliukas spread-eagled on the turf. Carl Lafferty was the player putting pressure on Marius Zaliukas here. Was a little push, he was off balance, it was an awkward fall. Just winded him as he landed on the flat of his back. Lafferty not convinced. So Lucas scored against Rangers the last time these two sides met, a 2-1 victory for Hearts at Tynecastle, with all 3 goals coming in a 6-minute spell midway through the first half. Larry Kingston, who ended up getting the winner, not involved today. Still suffering with injury. So Lucas able to clear. Karapidis is the player complaining. I think he just felt an arm around the Adam's apple. He's okay, he's back on his feet. Here's Papac. McDonald came in to meet it, took a chance, and Lucas bailed him out. Risk from Jamie McDonald, who covered a lot of ground to try and get there today. Here's Lafferty. Away by Palazuelos, only as far as Ferguson. And he hasn't scored here at Ibrox so far this season. Just the 1 goal which was the winner at Hamilton, and this was certainly well worth an attempt. Set up nicely for him, but with the outside of his right foot, he couldn't keep it down. Robbie Neilson fast approaching 250 games for the club now. Well, he's got a long throw on him. Neilson given away for Ferguson, who's got Boyd to his right-hand side. He tried to take it on past Lee Wallace. Wallace just stood in the way. First touch, tackled himself. The second put it out of play for a throw. As we said, is a magnificent playing surface here at Ibrox. Perfect conditions for a game of football, with the exception of the low sun, which might come into play, although neither goalkeeper is staring into it. Aguiar's ball in, and is able to clear. Craig Thompson just asking Lee Wallace to retrace his steps a bit before launching it back onto the field of play. Wallace, who was sent off against Rangers at Tynecastle earlier this season. Hearts withstanding a numerical disadvantage for the last 15 minutes to hold on to win 2-1. Papac. Lafferty. By Karapidis. They couldn't be claiming that he was put on the ground there. The referee Thompson didn't want to know. Stewart's touch took it back into a potentially dangerous area, but away from Boyd. Here's Neilson. Ferguson heeding the shout from Daly. Stewart. Now Wallace. Lafferty coming back to put pressure. Firstly on Wallace and then Chesnauskis. Appreciative round of applause from the Rangers fans. Lafferty's defending from the front. from Wallace Fernade, and it was a half-decent opportunity for Hearts, one that he summarily made a mess of. And that's the worry for Csaba László. They've only scored 10 away goals in 14 matches this season, an average at the moment of 1 every 2 hours 9 minutes. Away goals have been enough to garner 17 points on the road for Hearts this season, which is an outstanding return and pays testament to their good defensive record, but nevertheless it is a real cause of concern, as is this, as Lafferty picks it up after the mistake from Nielsen. And Zaliukas, with an impeccably timed challenge, spares the blushes of his captain. And Lafferty stays down hurt, got, I think, a kick to the ankle, possibly the top of his foot. Play goes on. Rangers temporarily down to 10 men, and when they got possession back, now he stops it, referee. It seemed pretty innocuous as Zaliukas won the ball back. He just caught Kyle Lafferty, and he's in some distress. This will be a source of great concern for Walter Smith. He has got Kenny Miller on the bench, of course, who will be the natural replacement for Lafferty. Smith's made his way downstairs just to have a dialogue with Ali McCoist. And in fact, it wasn't a challenge from Zaliukas at all that had caused the problem. You can see there, it was the quick turn before he knocked the ball inside, which is possibly means it's even more serious. That could be ankle ligaments. So that could well mean that Lafferty's unable to continue. It's launch four from Christian Daly. So Lucas beating Boyd in the air. Stewart winning the second ball and feeding his captain Nielsen. Abua. Aguiar. And turns it aside towards Nade, but Mendes was back to defend. Kyle Lafferty has run back on, not moving with a great deal of ease, it has to be said. But back out to give it a go. Aguiar, away by Mendes. Towards Lafferty. I think that says it all. He's not going to be able to continue. He hobbled towards the ball there. Push on McCulloch. He's had the cigar out so far, Lee McCulloch, in this role as a makeshift centre-half. Karapidis easily beating Lafferty there, who again is having a look at his ankle. I think he's only out there as long as it takes Rangers to get a substitute warmed up to replace him. And that will be a huge blow for Northern Ireland as well, ahead of their forthcoming World Cup qualifiers. Here's Davis. Beasley. In from Papac. Attacked by Lafferty. It's gone out of play for a corner. Robbie Nielsen was shepherding that out, believing it was going to be a goal kick, but Lafferty may be immobile, but he still won this header. Mendes again, spotting the ball up illegally, stealing a foot or so. It's good in-swinging ball, which is headed away for another corner. This time Craig Thompson has he's gone over to have a look to make sure the ball is put in the quadrant, and it wasn't. In it comes again, and Mendes will have a fourth opportunity to get this ball in with real quality. Well, no part of the ball is touching the line there. Deep from Mendes. Header away from Palazuelos. Hook back in with guard from Davis. Beasley with a little flick header which Lafferty stretched but couldn't turn towards goal. Nice ball back in from Steve Davis. Beasley tried to make something of it. Well, Craig Thompson, that was strange because he went over to make sure that the ball was in the right place. The Rangers have scored from a corner in an incident like that recently. I know the officials are aware of it, but seemingly Craig there thought that the ball was legitimately spotted up, but it still wasn't. Difficult to judge from the angle he's looking at it, admittedly. Ball in from Boyd, away by Zaliukas. Here's Palazuelos as Lafferty again goes to the floor. That surely signals the time to put him out of his misery. And again, play is stopped so that he can receive treatment. Kenny Miller is just been called back to the Rangers dugout. He would be the natural replacement, but it is Nacho Novo who's taking his tracksuit bottoms off, and I think it will be Nacho Novo who will come on. Rangers supporters looking a wee bit stony-faced. They do have the lead, but it is the goal scorer who is leaving the field in the saddest manner imaginable. Kyle Lafferty stretched it off after that ankle injury. And Nacho Novo, the ever popular Spaniard, will be his replacement.
And replacing Kyle Lafferty, number 10, Nacho Novo.
Good reception for Novo. Goes across to the conciliatory pack to Kyle Lafferty, who's led down the tunnel for further medical treatment. And Novo in the action straight away. Well, Wallace got a shout from McDonald, who I think had misjudged it. Hearts have got away with it. Stewart. Wallace. Swept clear on the half volley by Beasley, who was caught in the process, and now he needs treatment. Bruno Aguiar was the player that caught him. Back in by Wallace. Beasley back on his feet without the need for treatment. Boyd gutting it on. Novo trying to get round the back with Zaliukas. He went shoulder to shoulder with Novo, which was his intention rather than trying to play the ball. And he kept Novo out of the way. Defended by McCulloch, the first time that he's had to show his skills as a centre-half, and we're 37 minutes into the game. Ferguson sold Mendes short. Rescued by Papac. Mendes then caught by Nade. Play goes on. Good advantage play by the referee, but Mendes is hurt. Whittaker. Now the ball is put out of play. Craig Thompson will come back and have a look at Pedro Mendes. A yellow card for Christian Nade. Don't have any complaints at all. Real striker's challenge, but worryingly for Rangers, who were so poor in recent matches without their influential midfielder. Pedro Mendes is down injured. The one player they really wouldn't want to pick up a knock going into the final 10 games of the league season is Pedro Mendes. This was how he got it. Neat turn away from Stewart. Nade came bulldozing in from behind him. Played the ball and the man. Pedro Mendes is okay, back on. Second Rangers player to suffer with a problem for his right ankle in the space of 10 minutes or so. Lovely ball from Ferguson. Not too much in the centre for Boyd, although the cavalry's arriving now. Beasley and Novo both waiting, and he might still get it across. And Boyd's unlucky. Foul on Christian Nade. Hearts have offered not next to nothing going forward as an attacking force. They have offered nothing. And nevertheless, a set-piece opportunity, a chance for some of the big guns to push forward. So Lucas has made his way up. Here comes looking for a Bua's flick, and straight out of play for a goal kick. Novo chasing. The ball ended up out of play past both he and Karapidis. Karapidis had a couple of yards head start. Novo realised he was in a race before Karapidis did. Done by Bua, picked off by Ferguson. Karapidis scored an own goal the last time these two sides met. Still winning. Trailing to Kyle Lafferty's 9th minute goal here today. Foul by Ferguson. Stewart taking the free kick quickly and intelligently as well. Here's David Abua. Still Abua, onto his favoured left foot. Aguiar trying to turn it wide for Chesnauskas, but Whittaker read the script, and now Rangers can break quickly with Pedro Mendes. He's got Abua with him, but he's found Boyd. Took his eye off the ball, Chris Boyd, but the chance hasn't gone. Mendes, Papac. Hearts have quickly regained their shape back behind the ball now. Beasley. Brilliantly done by Mendes. A player who oozes invention. Didn't come off for him that time. Well done by Davis, one of the unsung heroes in this Rangers midfield. There's still many that think that his more natural position in the centre is where he should be playing. Difficult to accommodate Davis, Mendes and Ferguson, though, of course. Which is why Davis continues in the wider position, although he doesn't play as a conventional right winger by any stretch of the imagination. Here he is again. McCulloch, Mendes.